Hi Sandan, welcome to our home. So this is our 570 square feet, 1 BHK apartment in River Valley, Singapore. I live here with my husband Anirban and we moved into this house about 2 years ago. The funny story is that we actually moved into this apartment when our friend who is living with her husband in this apartment moved out. And the reason I'm saying that is because most of the furniture in our apartment is something that we bought off our friend in order to save money, and also because we were just moving to Singapore and we wanted to make sure that we didn't have to buy a lot of this stuff. So my style, or our style rather, Anirban and I, my style of this house is what we have elevated to make it very personal, very cozy. That's the first word our friends use for our house. And it's a lot of white, it's a lot of green because I love plants. So we didn't really have an entryway to the apartment as such. So I created my own, and this is what I call my memories back home corner in the house. So we have a very traditional Bengali alpona here, which I did during Durga Puja, and this is a typical Bengali design because my husband and I are both Bengali, and this reminds us so much of home. So since this is our first home together, I got this from India. It says Khwab Ghar in Hindi, which means the house of your dreams. And this is from our wedding. This was a gift from my sister-in-law, which has our names, our wedding date, and our hashtag. And this is our shoe cabinet. So while we're leaving, it's just easy. It's a roll in, roll out. And this is for our everyday. So we got this bench from IKEA, and this just keeps the shoes that we wear every day. So this is what I call my mini gallery wall. So since we moved in here right after our wedding, and I didn't want a lot of pictures of us around the house, but I did want to remember our wedding and the fact that this is our first home. So this is from our reception, this is from our wedding, and these are just an eclectic mix of the colors and themes. Like I said, I love green, so themes that I liked, and of course this is our happy place. So we have that right here. This is our favorite place in our house. We live here literally constantly every day because both of us work from home as well. We love a deep couch, and this couch is deep, it's comfortable, and we can lie down here, we watch TV here, we have our coffee here, sometimes breakfast here, and just our normal conversations, our fights. So this couch has seen most of our marriage unravel in this house. This is from IKEA, and this has storage underneath this this extension. I also want to mention that since this is a 1 BHK apartment, sometimes we have people staying over or family coming or friend who is too drunk and just wants to sleep over. If you remove these cushions, this couch very easily becomes a single bed, and we have a bunch of people who have spent the night at our couch. So this is our coffee table, and we love this table for the most important reason is this. It just goes in, and it becomes a single table when we want it to occupy less space. Also, since this moves out and becomes a smaller table when we have gathering, we can put it elsewhere, and people use it to keep their drinks, food, and it can move around. Underneath this is a rug that we actually got in Singapore. We got it from Arab Street, which is great for getting carpets and rugs. They have a lot of Persian vendors there. And the reason we got this rug was because we wanted something that reminds us a little bit of Indian aesthetic. So this is our TV console, and this actually is a dresser, so a bedside table. And since our bedroom did not have a lot of space to keep the bed in the center and then 2 bedside tables, I repurposed this to the living room and just sort of blended it with the rest of the console. This has our toolbox, has a lot of different things that we need on a day-to-day basis, and it's here. This has a lot of our electronics and that as well, and we have our books here. So one of the simplest things anyone can do in their house, which does not cost at all that much, is get plants. And that's what we did, because a plant can completely transform your space. You just need to have a little bit of understanding of the amount of light that's coming into your house and what kind of plants work for that. But get low maintenance plants that need only once or twice watering. All of our plants are like that. The snake, the ZZ, we have this, and then we have a beautiful tree in our house. And if you ask my husband, he's going to tell you horrid stories.
This is the plant that I was forced to buy because we were getting married and she wanted to test my, how I can take care of things.
Anirban and I love cooking. We cook a lot. The kitchen does not look like this. I just want to say that up front. It looks a lot more used. It looks a lot busier usually. We do a lot of heavy cooking, and that's the first thing I want to mention. We have a 4-top burner here. We have a basic corner here of breakfast cereal, our toaster, our kettle, and here are the appliances. So I keep all my masalas and things I need very handy in the 2 shelves over here. A lot of the bottom space is for pantry and for our pots and pans, and this is for cereals, pulses, things like that. This space was actually just 2 shelves open, nothing else, and my pots and pans kept falling on each other constantly, and it became very difficult. We lived like that for almost a year. And then I got these stands from IKEA, put them together, and that gave the height and the division, and now my pots and pans are very organized. So this is our utility area with the washer, dryer, our laundry basket, and our cleaning essentials, and whatever we need to clean for the clothes as well is there. I just want to mention that this had no curtain situation, and we put this curtain, it's a simple curtain that we got from IKEA, and we put it on because we wanted this area to, of course, be useful, but at the same time not spoil the overall aesthetic, and which is why the curtains are completely white. This is our dining table, our hosting table, my workstation, and pretty much our cutting table, everything. So this is a multi-purpose table that we have, largely for dining, but I also use this as my workspace. As you can see, my chair here, I put my laptop here, put the charger there, and that's where I work most of the days. This is our beloved bar cabinet, our crockery cabinet, lots of things. This is beloved because this was the first project that Anirban and I did together after we moved into this house. We put this together. This is from IKEA. I purposely chose completely black because as you will see, most of our house is very light, and I wanted something that stands out when somebody comes into this portion. I love mirrors. If I could have mirrors, I'll have everywhere long, full-length mirrors. But I thought this really went with the kind of structure that this wall had, because this is a very squarish cabinet, and I wanted to add a little bit of centerpiece look to the mirror. This is our mini bar, very, very mini bar, and we have most of the important drinks that you might want over here, and this is where our friends get our drinks from. And so as soon as we saw this house, the thing that we liked the most is this area. This is our favorite view, favorite area. It has a lot of light coming into the house. It has floor to ceiling windows, which we absolutely love, and it compensates for the fact that there is no balcony in this apartment. This is our bedroom, and this is a 1 BHK apartment, so this is the only bedroom in this apartment. Since this is a 1-bedroom apartment and this also doubles up as my husband's workstation, we wanted more space in the apartment, so we tried a bunch of permutation combinations of moving the bed, and eventually we zeroed in on this because that leaves us a lot of space at this corner and that corner as well.
So this is my workspace. We didn't have a lot of space in the house, and that's why I just we had the option of this table. It's a folding table actually. It goes down when you're not working. So yeah, pretty much my monitor, laptop and all. So this is where I work.
So the best thing about our bedroom is the light, and that's the best thing about the entire apartment actually. But the bedroom in particular has 2 windows, and they open to absolutely no obstruction in the front. Our chest is here. It has all our other essentials here in this chest, which has our toiletries, extra towels, extra linens and things like that. So this is our puja area. We have a very small puja area. Just a little reminder of home and our Hindu culture. So we're a lot about utility as well as making sure that we're not breaking the bank. And so our house, you'll see a lot of chairs which are a mix and match, and I just want to say that you feel completely comfortable to do that. This is our little Singapore knickknacks. The entire living room is like that, and things that remind us of the fact that we're living here. This is our home now. These are actually mahjong tiles, and these are from a surprise birthday mahjong game that my husband took me for, and I won. So I got these tiles from the organizers, so I've kept these here. And this is a traditional Peranakan tile. which is very Singapore. It's about Singapore's heritage, and it's a big coaster which we keep here and which I love because it reminds us of our time here.
So, if you remember, my wife mentioned that we don't really like to break the bank, but we really wanted some paintings, and luckily, my dad is a beautiful artist. So, we got this. He got this paintings for us when he had his first visit in Singapore, like beautiful paintings about Radha and Krishna. In different ways. There's one painting over here and a couple of paintings over here and one over there. So he loves doing Radha Krishna paintings, and that's another example of it. Alright guys, hope you liked our house.
And we just want to say that since this was our first house, there's a lot of personalization and a lot of love in this house. So even though we didn't get to choose a lot of the furniture, or we didn't shop a lot when we moved into this house, you can make any space your own. The idea is to make sure that it's not something that you're just following a trend or just trying to put something together. It's something that means something to you. And you put together little things and it becomes a home, and that's what this home was about. So let not space be an issue. It wasn't for us, and don't let your budget also be an issue. You can always work around it.
Just trust your wife.